Good afternoon, Trinity family. Welcome to the Midweek Minute video. Hopefully you are having a good week. I am just here in the fellowship hall, chilling out by my favorite fireplace and doing really good. Hopefully you are having a great day. Wanted to run a couple things by you, a couple announcements. I got a scripture passage that I wanted to share for just our mutual encouragement today. First, my announcement is I'm excited that we are going to be back for in-person church this Sunday, back to our normal schedule of 8:30 early service, 10:30 later service, and our 10:30 service will be live streamed as usual. So hopefully you are able to make it, and if you are not, hopefully you're able to join us online from home. But yeah, exciting news. We're kind of back to normal. It's good to be in that place, and so hopefully you are able to be here for one of our services this Sunday. We are going to be continuing our series called Reflection, where we're kind of taking the beginning of 2010 and doing what a lot of people do, taking a sort of an assessment of where we're at, and not just considering where we're at personally with our resolutions and how to make us better, but considering really looking through the lens of Scripture, considering kind of where we're at in our discipleship and where we're at as a church. Okay, what are some things that we're doing well? What are some things that we need to be working on? According to these scripturally based core values that we have set, how are we doing with these things? And so I'm excited to walk through this series with you. As really where we're welcoming God to be the one who shapes and is at the center of this process of our reflection, okay? Not thinking that, we're way better off when we're not thinking that we're doing terrible when we're doing okay, but asking God, God, where are we at really? And where are you calling us to go, and how do we get there? So we introduced that series this past Sunday. This week we're going to be talking about what does it look like really to welcome God to be a part of this process, and what does Christ-shaped, Christ-centered, God-honoring goals look like? What does it look like to shape goals that aren't about us, but are goals that are given to us by God, shaped by God, and are for Him? And so I'm excited to talk about kind of what characteristics from Scripture do we see of Christ-centered goal setting? Because I think we're going to have to set some very real goals for us to be working on these things, not just reflecting on where we're at, but doing something about it, working on some things that God has called us to work on. So I'm excited to be continuing that series this Sunday. A couple other announcements before I get to our scripture text for today. A reminder that we are looking to start up confirmation classes soon, hopefully this month, but I'm waiting to hear back from some folks. So if you know of any students, 7th grade or up, who would like to participate in the confirmation class, please reach out to me, and I'd be happy to talk with you about what that entails, what's that about. If you are not familiar at all with the whole process of what confirmation is about, what those classes are for, but you're interested to learn, please contact me, and I'll be happy to talk with you about that. But yeah, we'd like to start that very soon, but I need to know who's on board before we get rolling with that. So please let me know if you're interested in confirmation. And secondly, this week, tomorrow, Thursday at 6 p.m., we are hoping to get a crew together at the church to sort of reset the church after Advent, and kind of take down the Christmas trees and take down the Christmas decorations. It's sort of a big job, and so if you are free Thursday night at 6 to stop by the church and help out, we would really appreciate it. Many hands make light work. So if we get a big crew, it'll take probably 20 minutes or half an hour. So I know our nurture team would really appreciate some extra help. So that is this Thursday at 6. If you can stop by and lend a hand, it would be really appreciated. Okay, that's it for the announcements that I have. For our text for today, I wanted to share a scripture that I alluded to in the sermon this past Sunday and told you to go read on your own this week. And I'm sure all of you already did, because you're excellent listeners. But in case you didn't, I wanted to share with you the first section of Psalm 139 that we We covered basically the second half of it in the message, but this is such a beautiful psalm and such a powerful prayer of praise that if you hadn't had time to get to it yet, I just wanted to share this with you, as I think this psalm is really the heart of what we're getting at with this series of asking God to show us who we are as his disciples, an honest reflection of where we're at in our relationship with him, and asking God to show us where we're at as a church. Okay, not just assuming that we're doing all these things, that we're doing great, or not just maybe you're more pessimistic and thinking that we're doing not so great and things aren't good and we have all this stuff to work on, but welcoming God to shape who we are, to search us and to know us, to show us who we are. And that's what this Psalm 139 is all about. And so I wanted to share with you the first just 10 verses of this psalm. It says this, Psalm 139. It says, "You have searched me, Lord, and you know me. You know when I sit and when I rise. You perceive my thoughts from afar. You discern my going out and my lying down. You are familiar with all my ways. Before a word is on my tongue, you, Lord, know it completely. You hem me in behind and before. You lay your hand upon me. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me, too lofty for me to attain. Where can I go from your spirit? Where can I flee from your presence? If I go to the heavens, you are there. If I make my bed in the depths, you are there. If I rise on the wings of the dawn, if I settle on the far side of the sea, even there your hand will guide me. Your right hand will hold me fast." You have searched me, Lord, and you know me. It is so, to me, a powerful reminder that God knows absolutely everything about us. And yet, he loves us completely. That he loves you completely. He knows all the mistakes. He knows all the scars. He knows all the sins. He knows all the things that you wish you could take back. He also knows all the blessings and all the ways you've honored him and all the ways you've worshiped him well. And through all of it, he is with us, and he knows, and he's our God of love. That he constantly pours out his grace to us. That is pretty awesome. So I invite you to review Psalm 139 on your own this week. Hopefully you have some time for that. Okay, that's it for me for today. Again, if you have any questions, concerns, prayer requests, funny stories, just want to talk, contact the church. I'd love to talk with you. And have a great week. I will hopefully see you this Sunday.